Welcome back to the show. Adam, well, you hold it down solo, but I'll get your back. Chike's out today. How's it going, first of all?
It's going great. The sun's out. It's still cold here, but it's getting better.
This
So we're
weather is
excited.
beautiful out here in Atlanta.
Yeah. So we've been trying to kind of bask in it. I know it'll get better, but
Yeah,
this early taste of spring is great.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I went out to eat yesterday and sat outside. It was just nice. It was just
E-
nice. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Yeah. It feels good to get out of winter.
right. Well, I'll let you take it away with reviews, and I got your back.
Perfect. So, the first thing I saw was Coming to America.
Yeah.
This is the sequel to the 1988 film Coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. And this follows the story 30 years later after Prince Hakeem of Zamunda gets married, and he has three daughters, and he's looking for kind of the next heir to the throne. So I don't want to get into too many of spoilers, but events happens where he becomes the king, and now he needs to figure out what to do with his lineage. And he discovers that he has a son when he went to America the first time, and that he decides to go to America to pick up the son to groom him to be the next in line for the royal lineage. And with that, a whole kind of story develops out of it, and we get a reprisal of the classic characters from Coming to America, and the characters at the barbershop and things like that. But really, this movie is kind of and I think the best way I put it is this was a sequel to a movie that you didn't really ask for, didn't really have any desire, but was pleasantly surprised by what you got in the end. It's not breaking new ground, but it's really a fun movie. It's got a cute storyline. The characters really, for me, and in the movie, kind of this rival leader of another country is played by Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes, I think, was the kind of the star for me in this movie. He did a great job. He was hilarious, and it's kind of good to see him on screen again. So, without giving out too
Yeah.
much, yeah, definitely check it out. And I know you saw it too, Steven. So, what were your thoughts?
I did, and I was because it came out actually really on Thursday. It's supposed to come Friday, but it came out Thursday.
Hmm.
And I saw people on social media talking about, oh, if you have Amazon Prime, go check it out. And I almost did, but then I got invited to a watch party for it on Friday, a little small one. And so I went to that 85-inch TV. And but prior to me going to it, I was seeing people's reviews. Even Michael Basin, he posted a review that he shared, and it said pretty much not worth the wait. But he said I'm still going to watch it. So I was thinking, man. Then I saw the trailer. It looked like it'd be funny. I
Hmm.
saw some of the upcoming things, or they were promoting it on different talk shows. And so I was a little disappointed, but then when I saw it, I'm thinking this thing is hilarious. Like we were cracking up. And for me, the real MVP was Leslie Jones. She
Oh,
was
interesting.
hilarious to me. She was hilarious to me. I think she stole the show. But it was good seeing everybody, seeing all the characters. Everybody still looks relatively good. I like the new people they introduced, the children, um,
Yeah,
with those
I never.
classic characters. Like,
Yeah, sorry. I've never seen. I don't know much about Jermaine Fowler, and he plays the illegitimate son that becomes the key.
son, yeah.
That's kind of next
The
in line. But
bastard son that kept
yeah, the
killing.
bastard
Yeah,
son. But he did a good job, and I want to see more of him.
did a good
And
job. Yeah,
but you're right. All the
but even
daughters
the
did a
older
great
daughter,
job. Sorry.
the daughter, and Eddie Murphy's daughter was the middle daughter, the lighter one with
Ah,
the glasses. That's his real daughter. Mhm.
interesting.
And so, yeah, and so apparently I saw Arsenio Hall. He was interviewing today about it, and he said that it was the writer, and then I guess the guy who's the creator of Blackish, one of those I can't think of his name. He was very instrumental in making sure that they showed the women empowerment part. It's although they didn't go too deep into it, but that's it showed kind of how women it was changing for women towards the end. We won't give it away, but that was
Well,
very important. Eddie, he said that Eddie was very intrigued by that because he has so many daughters.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
definitely a movie for the new generation, and even the original. And
yeah,
I'll be honest, I don't remember the original that well. Came out before I was born. You may have been alive.
right.
Like
I wasn't.
uh, the message in the original was like, you don't let love
Follow
decide.
your heart.
He
Yeah.
chose, yeah,
Mhm.
he chose love, and his father eventually agreed to it, played by James Earl Jones. And this message is true, like, break those old traditions because they weren't really relevant.
Mhm.
And that's what he decides to do in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, great message. You do kind of
And
see,
hilarious.
but yeah, exactly. I think there were some complaints that were like, "Oh, this is just a rehashing of jokes in the first one," but that's okay. Like,
Right.
there's a whole
It's a
generation
whole
of,
different
yeah,
audience too. You know what I mean?
exactly. You're
But the,
not,
but the, bar, the guys in the barbershop, they were hilarious. And shout out to Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan did a great job with his role too.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
was about to say the cameo, well, not even the cameos, but all the other famous actors in this
Yeah.
movie. I mean, Morgan Freeman played a part in it. It was
The
crazy to
Freeman.
see everyone
Yeah.
just like
Tiana Taylor. Eh, Now Rick Ross. Why is Rick Ross there? Rick Ross is there because they shot that. That's
at
his
his
home.
house. Yeah.
That's his
So
home. And they did a lot of the shooting in Tyler Perry Studios as well. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
I thought it was. I actually saw it twice this weekend. I saw it Friday and I saw it Sunday morning. And so, because one of my friends hadn't
nice.
seen it. And so, yeah, it was
Yeah,
good. It was
again,
good.
and like I said earlier, it's a movie I wasn't expecting. If you told me a year ago there was, I wouldn't even think about coming to America a year ago. So I don't think when you read that comment that it's not worth the wait. I don't think there was much of a wait for me because I didn't even realize this was a sequel coming, and it was fun and it was a pleasant surprise, and it was free on Prime. So if you got Prime,
Right, right.
you know,
And
no extra cost.
apparently, so Arsenio Hall said that in New York they had different, like for Halloween, different restaurants would have coming to America theme. They would decorate the restaurant their way. Apparently, Beyonce's team reached out to them saying that they were having a coming to America theme one year for something. And apparently, there's a shoe that's a coming to America theme that's out there. So they had been asked about it, but they never thought about doing it. And then finally, I guess 4 years ago, Eddie Murphy said, "Let me come up with something." And so, yeah, I thought it was, is this going to win an Oscar? No, but I thought it was a good, you know,
It's fun and easy to watch,
yeah,
and that's exactly what you need for this type of movie. It's a
and it's
popcorn
funny.
movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What else?
Uh, Sorry.
What else did you say?
I saw so the next thing I saw was WandaVision, and I know Chike's been talking about this for a while. It's the latest Disney Plus series. It's a mini series based in the Marvel universe, and it follows the story of Wanda, who's Scarlet Witch, and Vision after the events of Endgame. And it's an eight episode series, and they've really tried to do something different. But the first few episodes being like a little bit of a spoof of a 1950s sitcom, a 1960s sitcom, a 1970s sitcom, and while this is happening, the audience and the people on the outsiders trying to figure out what's going on with Wanda and Vision. And if you're a fan of the Marvel universe, you know that Vision died in the last Avenger movies. So how is he back to life? And I won't spoil it too much just because it just came out. It just finished up, so you can go watch it on Disney Plus. But it's a fun movie. It's a fun series. Sorry, and it's if you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna love it. For me, there were some missing points, and it's just my gripe with a lot of superhero movies is like you can't think too hard about it, or everything falls apart, and some logical things don't make sense, and it gets a little tropey and things like that. But really, if you're looking for some new stuff, waiting for the next Spider-Man movie or Black Widow, definitely check it out, and you won't be disappointed.
Nice, nice. I do want to shout out a documentary I saw yesterday. Notorious. It's about the Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. It was called Biggie. I Got a Story to Tell. It's on Netflix, and it had a lot of interviews with his mother, with P Diddy, with a lot of people from Junior Mafia, um, and people that knew him, the people that were
Mhm.
close to his camp, and it had a lot of home videos. So apparently, one of the guys that was with him was always filming, always filming, always filming. So you got to see just the day to day. One thing I did not know, Biggie Smalls could sing, like sang. And they said
Interesting.
that's probably why. when the way he flowed, it was so lyrical and smooth
Yeah.
because he could sing. He could sing. And he was actually one of his mentors was this jazz artist who would, keep him, you know, keep him on, try to keep him on the right path.
Hmm.
But he talks about his, drug selling and just hustling and just from the area he was from, you know what I mean? And how he got his deal, how P. Diddy was let go at the time and they formed Bad Boy. And really, right before he passed away at 24 years old, everything that he was, where he was in life, he wasn't selling drugs and he wasn't doing that kind of thing. He was really about business, becoming an entrepreneur, his music, wanting to get into acting and things like that. But unfortunately, his life was cut short, in LA.
Hmm.
But it was really good. It was really good, especially someone, who remembers that era or, who even from New York, because, he's the king of New York. And
Hmm.
for many people, it was really a good documentary. So check that out on
Okay.
Netflix.
Was it anything different than kind of, because after he died, there were so many different documentaries and like
I
TV
think this
shows and stuff.
I think this one was well put together because it had so many home videos. His mother, I felt like she was honest. She's defended him over the years, but she was honest about when she found out he was selling drugs. So apparently, however way he would put it together, he would leave it out in the window in his room, in his bedroom where she lived, to let it dry.
Hmm.
And one day she was cleaning up his room and found it, but she thought it was like old mashed potatoes and threw it out. Really, it was a lot of money worth of drugs thrown out. And yeah, so I don't know, but it was just candid stories like that, you know what I mean? And then people that knew him well, and a lot of people died during those days, from selling drugs and doing that kind of activity. But I thought it was really, really good. It was really, really put together. It was very entertaining. I was laying on the couch, so I thought I was gonna fall asleep, but I didn't.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and yeah, and then it showed him in the studio. It showed him on the block when they would have the ciphers and different competitions. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's awesome. I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah. Well, Adam, anything coming down the pipeline you looking forward to, or what?
Not really. I'm kind of playing it by week. I was excited about this coming to America, so we'll see what the future has.
Yeah, I would want to see how many people watch that. How did Well, I guess they are able to capture the numbers like they do with any other thing else. So I'm curious to see how many people actually see this movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of releases this weekend, so it'll be good to see how it tallies up. And again, this was a movie that was going to be in the theaters. They put it on
Mm-hmm.
streaming. This is kind of the new norm for now.
It is. It is. And it was free.
And it was free. Yep, you got Prime. It's free.
All right. Well, thank you, Adam, as always, for letting us know what to spend our time and money on and what not to. And have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
All right, thanks. You too.
All right. Right back after this.